Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa Daniel, where I'm about to fight a 2,000-point battle between my Astra Militarum and Imperial Knight against Jason's Creations of Bile. So the story that we've got going on here is that Fabius Bile himself has descended upon this planet, decided that he wants some information that is being held on here, and is leading his forces to terrorize through this Imperial planet. And the local militia have risen up to try to hold him back and keep him from doing so and taking over this planet. They also happen to be with the assistance of an Imperial Knight household, a knight household that was based on this planet here, and is sent in their forces to help assist with taking it out, because Fabius Bile has run up with a large creation monster here that they that the Astra Militarum were not quite pleased to see across the way there, and they wanted to take it out. So they asked for the assistance of the Imperial Knights here to help them out here. So that's the story that we got going on. We are going to be playing the Battle Lines mission, which is mission number 22 from the Grand Tournament Packet 2020. Essentially, there are 4 objectives on the table, 1 in each of our deployment zones, and then 2 along the middle line there. And we deploy in hammer and anvil style, 12 inches from the center, essentially. So the story, the primary mission is hold 1, hold 2, and hold more. And then for the secondaries, I have chosen engage on all fronts, Titan Hunter, and deploy scramblers. Titan Hunter, if I kill his brass scorpion, essentially, I'll get 10 points. And deploy scramblers is I have to do an action in my deployment zone more than 6 inches from either deployment zone, and then in my opponent's deployment zone to score points for that. My opponent has chosen domination, which is trying to hold more than half of the objectives on the table. He's also chosen grind them down, so he'll get 3 points in each battle round that he kills more of my units than I kill of his. And he's chosen bring it down, so he'll be getting points for killing all of my vehicles, because I've got a gajillion vehicles. So that's the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Astra Militarum, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a tank commander and a Tempestor Prime. We have 3 5-man Tempestus Scion squads. We have a Tempestus Command squad with 3 plasma guns and a melta-gun. We have a Bulgren squad. We have 2 armored sentinels with las cannons. We have a Torox Prime. We have a squadron of 3 Leman Russ exterminators. We have a Manticore. And last but not least, we have a Knight Gallant. And for the Creations of Bile, he'll be running a battalion detachment and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a Demon Prince, we have a Chaos Lord, and we have Fabius Bile himself. We have a 15-man Chaos Cultist squad. We have 3 5-man Chaos Space Marine squads, 1 with a Reaper chain cannon, and 2 with heavy bolters. We have a 10-man Noise Marine squad with 2 Blastmasters. We have a Leviathan Dreadnought with a Storm Cannon and a Grav Flux Bombard. We have 2 Havoc squads with missile launchers. And last but not least, we have a Greater Brass Scorpion of Khorne. Deployment for the Astra Militarum here on along the side here. We've got my Bulgren on this side. We've got my tank commander. We've got my squadron of Leman Russes over here. We have an armored sentinel, and a Manticore back over here. We've got my Knight Gallant ready to run on up, and over on that side we have a Torox Prime. Inside the Torox Prime is a Scion squad, and then in Deep Strike I've got the 2 other Scion squads, the Tempestor Prime and the Command squad. Going over deployment here for the Creations of Bile, we've got 2 of his Chaos Space Marine squads over on this flank over here. We've got Fabius Bile himself. We've got a squad of cultists along the front here. We've got his brass scorpion right behind him. We've got the Leviathan here. We then have a Chaos Space Marine squad and the 2 Havoc squads, along with the Chaos Lord back over here. We've got the Noise Marines, and we have the Demon Prince over there. So that is deployment. Everything else, from the creations of Bile are here on the board. So that is deployment. We will now roll to see who will be able to choose. Who goes first? Paul rolled a 5. I rolled a 6 with that fill phase. So we will come back to you after our movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 1. He stayed still back up. My Manticore stayed still back here, as did my 2 armored sentinels. These guys moved up half their movement up over this way, so they'll still get the grinding advance. These guys advanced up here, rolling a 6, getting onto that objective over there. Then back over there, my Torax Prime just moved up, and my Knight advanced up over this way. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Start with the shooting phase. This guy over here is going to fire his autocannons into the Havoc Squad over on this side, and he's going to fire the heavy bolters into the Chaos Cultists over here. So we'll do the Chaos Cultists first, hitting on 4s. All right, wow, that's real good. He was ready to fight today. Looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds here. These are going to be AP -1 to the Chaos Cultists. So do you want to go with the guys in cover first to try to save some things? There's 5 of them. No, just going to take 4.
And I'll just roll 3.
Oh, it took 3. Wait, 2.
Roll
2? Yeah. No, so 2 did. And then the autocannons into those dude bros over there, hitting on 4s. All right. Yeah, he's been ready to fire today. He's ready to go. Wound on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3. AP minus -1. -1, yeah. -1, +1 because they're in cover over there. So 3 up saves. Failed one of them. Next guy over here is going to do the same thing. We'll do the heavy bolters into the cultists. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that's a lot of 1s and 2s. 3 wounds this time into the cultist. It's not quite as good as his friend. There's one guy that's going to take all 3 from those. And then the autocannon shots. The reason this is 8 shots is because it's grinding advance here. All right. And then wounding on 3s. Yes. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 up saves because they're in cover. Inception making them all. The last one is going to fire his heavy bolters into the cultists and the autocannons into this big boy over here. So we're going to go to the heavy bolters first. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on... get back here. Sorry. Wounding on 3s. All right, so that's going to be 4 into the Chaos Cultists. Give him -1. Just going to take those 4 there. Yep. And then the autocannon shots into him. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5. Strength 7, toughness 8. Okay, nothing. All right, so now my tank commander is going to fire everything into the Brass Scorpion. I am going to supercharge the plasma cannon, so we'll do that one first. So these are going to be 2d3 shots. That's going to be 5 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s to hit because of his order that he gave himself. That's going to be all hits. That's pretty good. Strength 8, toughness 8, 4s to wound. Getting 3 wounds at AP -3.
That'll be 5 up invul.
5 up invul save. Making 2 of them, so he takes 2 damage. Las cannon into him over here. That's not going to be a hit. And then the battle cannon firing twice here. So that's going to be 10 shots. And then these are going to be hitting on 3s. 1 miss there. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Strength 8, toughness 8, 4s to wound. That's not bad at all. So that's going to be 3, 6, 7 at AP -2.
5 ups.
5 up saves. Failing, making 3 of them, so failing 4 of them. 4d3 damage. That's going to be, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage. Heavy guy, heavy guy. Armor Sentinel's going to fire his last cannon into him. That's a hit. That is a wound with a fill face. 5 up invul. No, that's going to go through. D6. 2 damage. And then the dude over there is also going to do it into him. That's a hit. That's a wound. 5-0. No, D6. 6 damage. And now the Manticore over here is going to fire into his Leviathan. So it's heavy 2d6 shots. I gave him the 10 case ability to allow him to reroll the number of shots if he so desires. I definitely so desire on both of these. Okay. All right, I guess the dice said we did not stutter here. Hitting on 4s. Inception. Okay, that's going to be 2 hits. Strength 10, so 3s to wound. Whew. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into 2 wounds over here. AP minus something. AP minus 2, so 4 up saves. Makes 1, fails 1. D3 damage. 3 damage. 2 damage because of evil duty eternal, whatever it is called. Something like that. Like, he's always angry or whatever the thing was.
Warp powers.
Whatever it is.
We'll call it.
Shenanigans.
It's hatred.
Yeah. So it just takes the 2. Hatred. Yeah, eternal hatred or something like that. Essentially, it's duty eternal that the Chaos Dreadnoughts have. And now my Torx Prime over here is going to fire both the battle cannon and the hotshot volley guns into his Havocs back over here, and he's going to fire the Storm Bolters into these guys up front here, the Noise Marines. So we'll do the battle cannon first. 3 shots here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Strength 7, toughness 5, so looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 1 or 2, I think. 2, I think it is. So that one's cocked. Making 1, failing 1, D3 damage, but they're only 1 wound apiece, so 1 dead. Then the hotshot volley guns. Hitting on 3s. Strength 4, so 5s to wound. That's going to be 1 second. Yeah, 1 damage there. AP so looking AP minus 2, so looking for just one of them there. It's strength 4. Your toughness 5 on those guys, right? On the Havocs.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just the 1 because they're nope, so that's gonna be a dead guy. And then the shoot shots from the Storm Bolter into them. No hits. Alright, so that's gonna be it for the shooting phase. I'm now gonna spend 2 CP on full tilt to allow my Knight here to charge into his Noise Marines. So I need an 8-inch charge to get in. And he's in with an 11. All right, so he's going to attack in here. I did spend CP to make him Knight Seneschal. I also gave him Armor of the Sainted Ion, so he's going to have the 2-up armor save as well. But more importantly, he has the +1 attack for Knight Seneschal here. So he's going to have 18 attacks coming into these guys down over here. Hitting on 2s because he's a Knight Gallant, and punching is what he does, or dancing, I guess, in this case is what he does. So these are now going to be strength 8, so looking for 2s to win, right? These guys are tough 4. That is a bunch over here. All right, so we have 3, 6, 9, 12 wounds over here. All right, so AP minus 2, so these are going to be looking for 5-up saves.
Oh, wow, okay.
Failing, making a bunch of them there. Wow, that's cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead. All right, so now his dude bros are going to attack back with these 3 guys. 10 attacks with them because I charged him and he's angry about that, or hatred assault. Is it, what's it called?
Hateful assault.
Hateful assault. That's right. That's pretty good there. Looking for 6s though to wound because he's tough 8. Getting 2 wounds, 2-up saves. Making them both. Woo! All right, so that's going to be it for the Astra Militarum turn here. We do have some morale tests to take. His Noise Marines over here, they have a leadership of 8.
Yep. So
they lost 7 guys. So, plus the 1 there is good to go. Holding strong.
Leadership of 6.
And then these guys have a leadership of 6. 6 plus 3 is, or no, they lost a lot. Yeah, so that's going to be 1 guy's going to run away. And then you got 2 more here. 1s and 2s because there's less than half the squad there. No, they're good. And that will be it for the Astra Militarum turn here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile here. The squad of Chaos Space Marines advanced up over this way. These guys, his Noise Marines, just fell back around my dude bro over here. Demon Prince moved up over this way. Havocs moved up onto the top of the building over here. And these Havocs just moved back over this way. Chaos Lord kind of shuffled around in there as well. The Leviathan turned the corner back around over this way. And his Brass Scorpion is coming up the middle there, looking to chonk onto all of my dude bros over this side. Over here, his the two remaining dude bros jumped onto the objective over here like a bunch of jerks. Or I should say like a small gathering of jerks. Yeah. And then, not a whole bunch of them. And then the two other Chaos Space Marines are moving up over this way. Fabius Bile moved up along with them. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the so shooting phase. All right, so at the end of the movement phase, Fabius Bile is going to, what's it called again?
Enhance warriors.
Enhance his warriors over here. So he was going to roll a d6 on a 1 model slain. Otherwise, they're good to go. And then we'll figure out what they get here. So the first, if it's anything but a 1 is what we're looking for. Cool, good to go. So nobody dies.
D3.
And D3 for the result, 3.
But I'm going to select 2 since I have his other power.
Oh, because of his little friend over there?
I can make it
He can make it higher or lower, so he's going to change it to a 2, which gives him add 1s to the toughness. So this guy's going to be tough 5. Pretty good. Chaos Spacer in here are going to fire into my Bulgrin. So we're going to go with, what are you going to, bolters first? So we got
bolters first.
Yeah, so we've got 3 bolters here that are going to be in rapid fire range. So it's going to be 6 shots.
And 1 pistol.
And 1 pistol. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. And then wounding on 5s because they're tough a bunch. Okay. And then the heavy bolter here. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 1 second. Yep, toughness 5, strength 5, toughness 5. So that's going to be 1 wound into them. They have the slab shield, so it's +2 to their armor save. Plus they are in cover over there. So this is looking for a 2-up armor save. And they're good. Ditto from these guys. So bolters. Okie dokie. Then wounding on 5s. That's going to be 1 wound, 2 up. Good. And the heavy bolter hitting on 4s because they moved. And then this is going to be 1 wound there. And a save with a fill face. Fabius Bile is going to shoot them with his pistol over here. Hitting on 2s.
3s.
Oh, hitting on 3s, my bad. So it's going to be 2 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
Always wounded on 2s. So it's going to be 1 wound there.
-2.
-2, plus 1 because of cover, so looking for a 3-up save. Good. All right, so my opponent is going to spend 1 CP on Demon Forged on his dude bro over here, this Brass Scorpion. So let's see if you get it back because he's got the Helm of the Unseen Eye. Nope, does not. So now the Demolisher Cannon is going to go into my tank over here. Yep. And then everything else is going to go into my Bulgrin over here. So what do you want to do first?
Demolisher Cannon.
Do the Demolisher Cannon first. So it's going to be 6 shots. That's pretty good. What's he at now? Because he's...
It's going to be 4s, but Demon Forge allows me to reroll all failed hits and all failed
Okay,
hits.
all failed hits and wounds over there with because of Demon Forge. So hitting on 4s now because of his bracketing, I believe, right? Yep. Rerolling because of Demon Forge. Okie dokie. And then these are going to be strength 10, so looking for 3s to wound.
And I'm going to reroll.
Rerolling because of Demon Forge. All right, so that's going to be 3 wounds there. AP -3, so looking for 6-up saves. Making none of them. What's the damage on these?
D6 each.
Oh, D6 each. So that's going to be 6, 7 damage. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll that 1 into a 2. So it is better, but not as good as you wanted, yes. All right, so now the Scorpion Cannon is going to fire into my Bulgrin over here. 4s, rerolling. Strength 5, so 4s to wound. Rerolling. All right, so that's going to be 5 wounds, AP -2, so +1 because of cover, looking for 3-up saves. Failing 1 of them. And now 2 of the flame cannons are firing, so 2d6 auto hits, 2 auto hits. All right, these are going to be strength what? 8, so looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds, AP -2, so 3-up saves. And I make 1, fail 1. So now his Leviathan is going to fire everything into my Knight over here. I spent 1 CP for rotating ion shields here. So we're going to go with the Volkite first. Yep. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right. Rerolling 1s because of Chaos Lord. Okay. It's actually on 3s, so there's we took out the 1, 2 that was in there before. These are going to be strength 5. So looking for... but my opponent spent 1 CP on Veterans of the Long War. Yep. So it would be 5s to wound, but now it's 4s to wound.
Yep. And then 6s, because it's unmodified 6s do mortal.
And then 6s do mortal wounds, because unmodified 6s. So it's going to be two mortal wounds and 4 saves, right? Or just the mortal wound instead of?
It's with.
It's in addition to?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to have 6 saves over here. 6 saves plus the 2 mortal wounds. So what's the AP? No AP on these. So he's going to have a 2-up armor save. Failed 1 of those, so it takes a total of 3 damage. And my Volkite is 2 damage, so that's 4 damage. And now we're doing the Storm Cannon?
Yep.
All right, Storm Cannon right here. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. And then these are going to be strength 7. So would be wounding on 5s, now 4s because of Veterans of the Long War. That one's cocked there. All right, so that's going to be 4 wounds there. AP -2, 4-up save.
Ooh, -1.
Oh, -1, so 3-up save. So 1 damage. 1 goes through for 2 damage though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 damage. And now the Grav Flux Bombard is going to go in over here. These are going to be hitting on, oh no, it's 2d6 shots.
2d3 shots.
2d3 shots here. So looking for 6 shots, that's how you do that. 3s to hit here. Rerolling 1s, but no 1s there, or 3, or less than 3 there. So that's going to be all hits. These are going to be strength 8. So looking for 3s to wound, because it would be 4s to wound, but +1 because of Veterans of the Long War.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to be 5 wounds here. AP -3 on these, right? So AP -3 on these, but he's got his 4-up invul save because of rotating ion shields. Oh! That's not how you do that. So that's going to be 12 damage. It would be D3, but because his armor save was 3 or better, it becomes flat 3.
It's actually
2 and then 3, but whatever, you get it. 3-man missile launcher team here is going to fire into him. So these are going to be looking for 3s to hit, because they ignore the penalty run there, but they're within range of the reroll there. That's going to be all hits. Strength 8, so looking for 4s to wound.
How'd you know I was shooting?
There we go, missiles? 1. I figured those weren't frag missiles going here. So it's AP -2, so looking for a 4-up save. Making it. Now the other missile launcher team is going to do the exact same thing into him over here. Reroll not 1. All right, that's going to be 3 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2 wounds over there. AP -2, 4-ups. Failing 1 of them, so D6 damage. Oh, that's 6, and he's gonna be dead. Oh, that's killer. I'm sorry, I actually skipped through his psychic phase, so we're just gonna do that. I want to see if he has delightful agonies, because that was my fault. I said it, and he does have it. All right, so when he gets down to 0 over here, I'm gonna spend 2 CP on Noble Sacrifice here, and now he's gonna blow up on a 4+. I cannot re-roll this though, so let's see if these 2 CP are worth it. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Blow up, 4+. Oh, come on! I hate you so hard, dice! Alright, my opponent's going to spend CP on Endless Cacophony to allow these guys to shoot into my Thorax Prime over here. So it's going to be 4 shots here, hitting on 3s. That is going to be re-rolling 1s because of the Chaos Lord there. Alright, that's going to be all hits. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds, AP -2. Failing them both. D6 damage each. 9 damage. I think he might still be alive. Let me see. Down to 1 wound left. All right, so now his dude bro here is gonna charge into my Lehman Russ over on this side during the charge phase. I'm gonna spend a CP on Overwatch. I've also given these guys my my tactic was essentially jury rig. It's not essentially. I chose as my regimental doctrines for jury rig, so healing up vehicles, and also combined aspects so that when they overwatch on a 5+ when they're within 3 inches of another vehicle. So we're gonna go with the autocannon first. 5+, that's gonna be 1 hit so far. Wounding on a 5. That is a wound. AP -1, yeah. 4 up. He's good. All right, and 9 shots from the heavy bolters. Alrighty. 4, yeah, not bad. I'll take that. And then 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP -1. 4-up save. No, that's going to go through for 2 damage. All right, so here comes his charge. He gets to roll 3d6 when he charges in and ignores the penalty for this when he does his charge, which is pretty cool. Oh, he's way in. And now the Demon Prince is going to charge into my Torx Prime. That won't make it in. All right, so he's going to spend a CP to reroll it. And he's in, I think, right? Was it 9 or 8? Let's find out. No, he actually needed a 9-inch charge to get in. My bad. All right, so now my opponent's going to spend a CP on Demon Forge to allow his Brass Scorpion to reroll everything over here. So he's going to do that into my Leman Russ here. So it's going to be assault. He gets Hateful Assault, so he gets a +1 attack here. These are going to be hitting on.
It's going to be hitting on 4.
4s because he's in his second bracket now.
But I'll reroll with Hateful Assault.
Reroll because of Hateful Assault. Yeah, because of Demon Forge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Demon Forge is the reroll.
I said the wrong thing.
It's all good. So that's going to be 4 hits. These are going to be strength. Oh, the 6 is. He also gets. He does get Death to the False Emperor, so you get another attack there, right? Is that it or no? Never mind. He does not declare Death to the False Emperor there. So these are going to be these are going to be strength like a whole lot, right?
16.
Strength 16. So wounded on 2s. That's rerolling because of Demon Forge. So that's going to be 4 wounds there. AP
-4.
-4. So that's just going to go straight through. What's
6,
the damage?
12, 24.
Oh, 24 damage. So carry the 1. Yeah, he did. Let's see if he explodes. Oh, he does. Ugh. All right, so it's all units within 6 inches. So into his Brass Scorpion over here, D3 mortal wounds. He's going to take 1 mortal wound. Into my Leman Russ over on this side. He's taking 1 into this Leman Russ. He's taking 2 into my Tank Commander. He's taking 1 and into my Bulgrin. They're taking 1. Sorry, he also hit over here. He'll take 2. And when he piles in, he's going to touch both my Leman Russ up front here and into my Bulgrin. So my Bulgrin are going to attack back. They've got 7 attacks, hitting on 3s. Not great there. And then wounded on 5s. Getting 1 wound, AP -1. So 4-up save. No, so he takes 2 damage. And then D3 attacks from my Leman Russ. Getting 2 attacks. 6s. No hits there. All right, so that's going to be it for the Creations of Bile turn here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 2. Movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 2. My Bulgrin fell back out of combat over here. My Leman Russ fell back out of combat over here. My other Leman Russes, including my Tank Commander, all stood still, as did my Armored Sentinel, both of them. Manticore stood still. Then over here, this side of the squad disembarked from the over there. And then these guys, the Torx Prime moved up onto the objective, or moved up past the line over that way. And then from Deep Strike came this squad over here, dropping within 3 inches of the objective over here, outside of 9 inches from his guys. Another squad dropped in back over here. These guys back here are going to be deploying scramblers. Then over here, the command squad dropped in 9 inches away from his Havoc squad, and the Tempester Prime fell in behind him. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you at the shooting phase. All right, so my Armored Sentinel is going to fire his last cannon into these guys, into the Brass Scorpion over here. That is not going to be a hit. And the other one's going to do the exact same thing. That's it with a fill face. That is a wound with a fill face. 5-up invul save. No. D6 damage. That's going to be 4 damage. All right, so my Leman Russ here is going to fire his heavy bolters into the cultists over here, and he's going to fire the autocannons into the Brass Scorpion. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first. Not bad. Hitting on 4s, wounded on 3s. That is going to be 6 wounds into those cultists. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover, so 6-up saves. No, they are dead. And then the autocannon shots, he's got 1 wound left. So let's see what they can do. 4s to hit. It's not bad. It's actually statistically average. And now I need those same rolls to come up here. 5s and 6s. Getting 1. AP -1. So he's got a 4-up save. Oh, he's good. All right, the tank commander doesn't have anything else he can see, really, so he's going to put everything into the brass scorpion. So we're going to go with the last cannon first. That's a hit. That is a wound. If you -3, 5 up invul. Oh, he's good. Battle cannon. Oh, baby. 11 shots. Rerolling 1s to hit. Okie dokie. That could have been a lot better. But then strength 8, so looking for 4s to wound.
3.
That's going to be 3. AP -2. So again, 5 up saves. Oh, and he fails 2, so he will be dead. Does he explode? Oh, not on a 1. Hot shots over here. Going to fire into the Noise Marines. Hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. AP -2. Fails 1. All right, so the 1 Blastmaster there that got taken away is going to fire back into me over here.
I'm going to do varied frequency.
So he's going to use the varied frequency here. So it's Assault D6. It's going to be 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Strength.
5.
5, so 3s to wound.
Sorry, 4.
4, so still 3s to wound.
2.
So that's going to be 2 wounds. AP
-1.
-1, +1 because they're in cover over there. Making 1, failing 1. And now my Torx Prime is going to fire into them as well. So we'll go with the Storm Bolter first. Hitting on 5s now because he's down to his last bracket there. That's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be a wound. AP nothing here.
3 up.
3 up, good. Hot shot volley guns. That's not bad at all. Oh, but that is 1 wound. AP -2. That's going to be a dead guy. And then the battle cannon firing. D6 shots, 6 shots. That's how you do that. And then these are going to be looking for 5s again to hit. Okay. And strength 7, 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. Oh, he's dead.
Yep.
And then both of them are fired into the sign over here.
Sonic Blaster.
Sonic Blaster first. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on strength 3s.
Yeah, strength 4.
So that's going to be 2 wounds.
No cover, actually.
No cover in AP.
No AP.
No AP here. Make 1, fail 1.
Let's see.
And the varied frequency on the next one. It's going to have 5 shots. Pretty good.
3s.
3s to hit. Oh, buddy.
Strength
3s to wound. That's going to be 5 wounds.
-1, no cover.
AP -1, no cover, so 5 up saves. Oh, failing them all. That squad is wiped.
Yeah.
All right, so these guys over here are going to fire into my into his guys over here. So we're going to do the plasma first. I'm not going to supercharge with them. So we're just going to have the 6 shots here, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of their order there. Okay. 1, 1. All right. These are now strength 7, 3s to wound. That is going to be 4 wounds at AP -1. Oh, AP -3, sorry. 6s. Making 1, but 3 dead, so that's going to be them dead. And now my Manticore is going to fire into his Chaos Space Marine squad over here. I'm going to re-roll this one because of his ability. All right, 9 shots. Hitting on 4s. That's pretty good. And then these are going to be strength 10, so 2s to wound. That is going to be 5 wounds into these guys over here. AP -2.
Ooh, -2.
Yeah. Do you want to do it the 3 guys in cover first, or the ones out of cover? Oh, you want to do the out of cover first, right? Because you want to keep the guys that are within range of the objective there.
How many was it? 2?
5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with the ones out of cover.
All right, we're going to do the 2 out of cover there. So these are looking for 5 up saves. Making both of them. Failing 1, failing 2, so they're going to be dead. And then that's going to be 1 more left. And he's good. And now my science here are going to fire into his Chaos Lord. Hitting on 3s. Pretty good, but wounded on 5s. That's going to be 1. All right. 4 up save. No, it takes a wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here. We're going to come back to you for the Astra Militarum here. No morale tests need to be taken because... Oh, no, we have one morale test that needs to be taken over there. With the Chaos Space Marines over there. Leadership 8 over there, so they lost 3. So on a 6, no, they're good to go. So that's going to be it for the Astra Militarum here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile on turn 2. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn 2. His Demon Prince moved up over here looking at my Scions. His Chaos Space Marines moved up onto the objective over here. The Havocs moved down the building over to this side, along with the Chaos Lord and the Leviathan moving up over here. All of his Chaos Space Marines back over here, along with Fabius Bile are moving up towards the objective over here. It's a lot of OBSEC to try to make my way through. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so he's going to cast Delightful Agonies onto himself over there. Does go off on a 6. Yep, good. All right, the Havoc squad over here with the missile launchers is going to fire into my tank commander over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. There's 4 of them there, right? You have one more?
There's still 4.
So you have, oh, this one, I didn't see that one over there. Sorry. My bad. These are going to be now wounding on 4s. That's going to be no wounds. Leviathan's now going to fire. The Volkite are going to go into my squad over here. The Storm Cannon Ray is going to go squad in here because they're on the terrain and you can see through the front door over there. And then the Gravflux Bombard are going to fire into my Bulgrin over here. So which one's first?
Volkite.
We'll do the Volkite first, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Chaos Lord over there. All right. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. AP.
1 mortal.
And 1 mortal?
No AP.
No AP, so this is going to be 4. 3 up saves because they're in cover over there. Making 3 of them. And the Storm Cannon Array. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s. And then strength 7, right? So 2s to wound. That's going to be all wounds there. So that's going to be 6 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, +1 because they're in cover over there. Inception. So that's going to be 2 dead. And now the Gravflux Bombard is going into my Bulgrin over here.
2d3 shots.
2d3 shots. That's going to be 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s, but no 1 there. Strength 8, so 3 to wound. That's a wound.
-3.
AP -3. +1 because they're in cover over there.
What's
so
your
that's going to be...
save?
Armor save's a 4+, and they get +2 to that save because of their slab shields, and then +1 because of the cover over here. So it's 4 becomes a 2, becomes a 1, -3 becomes a 4. No. 2, 3, yes, it becomes a 4. So I need a 4-up save. No, I'm gonna spend a CP to reroll that. Yeah, he good. Woo! All right, so now this squad of Chaos Space Marines, the sergeant's going to throw a crack grenade into my Bulgrin, and then everyone else is going to fire into the squad of Scions over there. So we're going to go with the Heavy Bolter first, hitting on 4s because he moved, and then wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. Making them both with fill faces. Then we got some bolters over here. That's going to be 2 hits. 3s. That's going to be 1 wound. 3-up save. Good. And now the crack grenade into my Bulgrin. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. Oh, fails it. D3 damage. 3 kills a guy. And this other unit is going to do the exact same thing. So crack grenade and everything else into them. So we're going to do the Heavy Bolter first. That's going to be 1 hit. That is going to be a wound. But that's going to be a save with a fill face. Okay. Here come them bolters. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 1 wound. That's going to be a fail. And the crack grenade. No hit. Fabius Bile is going to fire into my Ogrin over here.
3s.
Bulgrin, sorry. 3s to hit. 2s to wound because he always wounds on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds.
It is -2.
-2, +1 because they're in cover. 3s, fails 2.
That's 2.
2 damage each, so he is dead. And now these guys over here, the sergeant's going to throw a crack grenade. The other guy's going to shoot his bolter. So bolt gun first. That's going to be 1 hit. That is not a wound. And then we got the crack grenade. That's a hit. That is a wound. But that's not a save, so he's dead. Does he explode? No. Alright, and my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on Endless Cacophony for his Havocs here to fire into my Scions. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, all hits here. Wounding on 2s. Oh! Whoa! No! Alright, so into the charge phase now. His Demon Prince is going to charge into just the command squad? Or also the...
I'll try both.
Into both over here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with the command squad. So we'll go with the Melty Gun first. Nope, no hit there. And then I'm going to supercharge with the Plasma. So the first one, not going to hit but doesn't blow up. Not going to hit but doesn't blow up. Does get 1 hit.
Cool.
That is not a wound though.
It's toughness 7.
And now his charge in here. Unfortunately, the 5-inch charge does not make it into this guy without having to land on top of my models, which you can't do because the back end at 5 inches gets him right like on top of this guy's head, trying to get over here. Oh no! I'm throwing.
I made it
my
now.
models in there. So, yeah. Now he's in. Now that he killed my guys from Gorka Morka rules, he made it in there. But yeah, oof, that was close. All right, so his Havocs are going to charge into my Scions over here. 5-inch charge to get in. There, woo, just in, but in. And now his Chaos Lord's going to charge in. Needs an 11-inch charge. Does not make it. So this squad of Chaos Space Marines is going to try to charge into my Leman Russ here because they're going to have to go into the crater here. He's going to be -2, so it's going to be 11-inch charge for this guy. Or 10-inch charge for this guy, but does not make it. Fabius Bile is going to charge on in over here. 8 does not make it. And the other unit does not make it with a 3. Alright, so his Havoc squad is now going to attack me in the fight phase. He's got 8 attacks over here with Hateful Assault, hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s. That's going to be 4 wounds. 4 up armor saves. Failing 2, they're dead. No. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the turn here for the Creations of Bile. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 3. Movement phase for the Astra Militarum here on turn 3. This tank stood still. These guys all moved up a bit. Neither of these guys healed. He did heal because I've got Jerry Rig as one of my as my regimental bonus here. He moved up over this way. My Manticore stood still over here on this side. This Scion squad moved against the wall there. They did pass their leadership test. We did off camera, and these guys moved back, so they're not within 3 inches of a heroic intervention from the Demon Prince. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you at the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase over here, these guys are going to fire. They're going to have reroll 1s to hit. So we're going to go with the plasma gun, hitting on. They're going to supercharge here, so hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. Moving into number 2. Rerolling 1s to hit. Okay, there's going to be a dead guy over there.
T-shirt for that.
I got a t-shirt for that. And then another hit there. So it's going to be 3 hits, 1 guy dead. So we got the 1 guy dead. Strength 8, so 3s to wound because he's tough 7 now because he's a Creation of Bile over there.
Yep.
That's going to be all wounds. 3 wounds at AP -3. 3 5-up invul saves. Failing all of them, so that's going to be 6 damage. And then feel no pains because of Delightful Agonies. No, he feels. Oh, the 5-up feel no pain?
It is a 5-up feel no pain.
Oof, so he just takes 3 damage. And then the Melty Gun is going to hit. It's not going to wound. I'm going to spend my CP to reroll it. Is going to wound. 5-up invul. No! So that's going to be D6 plus 2 damage. Whoa, 3 damage total there. Makes 1, so he takes another 2 damage. Tempest Prime is going to throw a crack grenade. That's a hit.
6.
That is a wound with a fill face. AP
so
-1.
Armor.
So 3-up armor, so 4-up.
No, 3-up, because his Living Carapace gives him a 2-up, but I failed it.
Oh, but he says fail it, so D3 damage. 1 damage. But he feels it, so he's down to 1 wound left. Never mind, he's got 8 wounds, so he's got 2 wounds remaining. And then my las cannon from here is going to fire into him since he's not within 3 inches of a squad of 3 or more. That's not going to hit. These guys are going to fire the 2 hotshot las guns in here. Getting 1 hit. No wound. All right, this Lehman Russ here is going to fire into the squad of Marines. So we're going to go with the heavy bolters first. So these are going to be looking for 5s to hit because he's in his second bracket there. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on strength 5, so 3s to wound because this squad got buffed for +1 attack. That squad has a +1 toughness. So that's going to be 2 wounds at AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. Makes them both. And now the assault cannons, not assault cannons, the auto cannons over there, hitting on 5s, 3s to wound. That is going to be 1 wound, 3 up. Okay. All right, this Lehman Russ is going to fire everything into his Havoc squad. We're going to go with the heavy bolters first. These are going to be, that one's cocked, 4s to hit. That's pretty good. And then these are going to be 4s to wound because they're tough 5. That is going to be 2 wounds, AP -1, so 4 up saves. Makes 1, fails 1. Auto cannons. Not great. 1 wound. Makes it. Now my tank commander is going to put his battle cannon and las cannon into his Leviathan and plasma cannons into the guys back over here. So we'll do the plasma cannons first. 2d3 shots. So that's going to be 5 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Not going to supercharge because it doesn't make any sense. All right, good thing I didn't. Rerolling 1s because of his order. All right, so these are going to be looking for 3s to wound. All right, that's going to be 3 wounds at AP -3. 6s to save. Makes 1. And now, the las cannon. That's a hit. That is a wound.
5 up.
5 up. No, that's going to go through. D6 damage. 4, which becomes 3. And then the battle cannon. Oh, buddy. So that's going to be 7 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rolling 1s. Okie dokie, not meant to be. And then these are going to be strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Because he's tough 7 now. 2 wounds.
He is tough 7.
Yeah.
It's my Telemon that's not.
Yes. So that's going to be 2 wounds. AP -2. 4 ups. Fails them both. Wow. So D3 damage. That's going to be 1 and 2 damage because he's -1 on that one. So that's going to be 3 total damage. And last cannon from the guy there. That's cocked. That's not going to hit. All right, so now my Manticore is going to fire into his Demon Prince over there. So it's going to be 2d6 shots. That's going to be 8 shots. Hitting on 4s. All right, not bad. Strength 10, so these are wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -2.
So 4 ups.
4 up saves. Fails 1 of them for D3 damage. 3 damage here. 6 up feel or 5 up feeling the pains. No, he fails 2 and he is dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the Astra Militarum turn here on turn 3. So now we've got 1 leadership test to take over here. He lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 5. He's failed, so he is going to run. And that is going to be the end of the turn here for the Astra Militarum. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn 3. His Chaos Space Marines moved up the table over to here. These guys stayed back over here on the objective as well as Fabius Bile. His Lord moved out of the way so his Leviathan could move back over this way. And that is, and these guys stayed on the objective back over there. Yep. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now his Leviathan's going to start off. He's going to put his Storm Cannon arrays into my dude bros back over in here. he's going to put the Grav Flux and the Volkite into my guy over here. So we're going to go with the, which one's first?
I'm going to do the Volkite, but I'm going to spend a CP on Veterans Long War.
Oh, he's going to spend a CP on Veterans of the Long War. He might get it back, though, because of his helm. Nope. So down to 0 again, like we always are. So these are going to be the Volkite first. That one's cocked over there. Reroll it? Yes, exactly. That one's cocked. Alrighty. So these are going to be, and there's that 2 there. And then these are going to be strength 5. So looking for 5s to wound. 6s do mortal wounds.
And I'm
in addition
on 4s with Veterans of Long War.
Oh, 4s on Veterans of Long War. That's right. That's right. Okay, no mortal wounds, but you do get 3 wounds there with the Volkite. No AP, so these are looking for 3-up saves. Making them all. Woo! And the Grav Flux Bombard. It's going to be 5 shots here. Not bad.
Nope.
Hitting on 3s, because he's not bracketed yet. All right, and these are going to be strength 8.
8.
So looking for 3s to wound because of Veterans of the Long War. That is going to be 2 wounds there. AP -3, so 6-up saves. Failing them both, and that's 3 damage flat because he's got the 3-up armor save.
Yep.
And the Storm Cannon Array. That is going to be 1 miss there with that 2. And then these are going to be strength 7, so 2s to wound. That's cocked, but... Alright, so it's going to be 6 saves to make over here. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover there. 4-ups. Failed 2 of them, which I think is 1 guy left.
Yep.
Alright, this squad here is going to fire everything into my Lehman Russ over here. Crack grenade being thrown by the sergeant.
Bolt guns.
So bolt guns first. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s. No, 1 wound there. 3-up save. No, of course he takes a wound. And the heavy bolter. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound there. That's not going to be a save. Down to 1 wound because of the 2 damage from the heavy bolter. And then the crack grenade. That is going to be a hit. That's not going to be a wound. And then this squad over here is going to fire everything into the one guy over there. These are going to be these are the bolter shots, correct?
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be 3 hits. 1 wound. No save. Heavy bolter. That's going to be 2 hits. There's going to be no wounds. Sorry, crack grenade's out of range, so the pistol is going to be a hit. Not going to be a wound. All right, and Fabius Bile is going to fire his needler into the 4 damage wound over here. Hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit.
Cool.
Wounding on a 6 because it's a vehicle. No. And this squad over here is going to fire bolt guns into my guy over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That is going to be a wound. He saves. Space Marines here. The Chaos Space Marines are going to declare a charge in the charge phase. Charge into both of my Lehman Russes over here. They are going to declare both. They need, because of going through the terrain here, they're going to need a 4-inch charge to get into here, 3-inch charge into here. So rolling the dice. Oh, they're both in.
Fabulous.
And Fabius Bile over here is going to charge into my Lehman Russ over here. Needs an 8-inch charge. Does not make it. All right, so the sergeant and another guy are going to go into this squad, into this Lehman Russ here, and the other 3 are going to go into that Lehman Russ there. So we're going to go with the 3 into that one over there. So they've got, what is it?
+1 for hateful assault.
+1 for hateful assault, and +1 because they got enhanced by Bill there. They've got base to 2 on these guys? Or is it 1? Yeah, they're 1 attack each over here, so they're going to be going into here. So it's going to be 3 guys into here with 1 base, 1 for hateful assault, 1 because of being enhanced by Fabius Bile himself. So they're going to have 9 attacks from those 3 guys into my Lehman Russ. Hitting on 3s. That's the word. All right, that's all hits. That's how you do that. These are going to be wounded on 5s because they're actually strength 5 because of being creations of Bile here. +1 strength. Oh, baby.
3, 4.
Yep, we got 4 wounds over here.
Yeah.
Yep, 4 wounds. AP nothing. So these are going to be looking for 3-up saves. And I make all but 1. And then we got the regular guy and the sergeant in here. We're going to do the regular guy first. 3 attacks on 3s. And then on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. Oh, and he's dead. Does he explode? No, he does not.
Damn.
All right, so he consolidated into my tank commander over here. So he'll attack over here now. So he's going to have 3 attacks hitting on 6s. Nope, no hits there. And the other guy is going to have 1 attack. And it does hit.
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so I think that does wound. So that's going to be looking for a 3-up save. No, he actually killed a guy. All right, so that is going to be it for the chaos, the creations of Bile here on turn 3. My squad back here did lose a guy, so he does have to roll to see, or lost 2 guys. So 2 + 6, he's gone. Oh, let me see. Yeah, no, he's leadership 7 over here, so he is dead. Oh, that's killer. That's actually super huge. So that's going to be it for the turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 4. Movement phase for the Astra Militarum. My 2 tanks stayed in combat over here. My Armored Sentinel moved over this way. This Armored Sentinel moved up over that way onto the objective. These guys moved up over this way. And that is it. My Manticore stood still. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so into the shooting phase, we're going to start with my Lehman Russ over here. He could not heal himself. So he is going to fire into these guys over here. We're going to go with the auto cannons first. These are going to be looking for 6s to hit because he's in his lowest bracket. That's going to be 2 hits. These are going to be strength 3, so strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1 +1 because they're in cover there. Fails 1. And then we're going to do the heavy bolters. That is going to be 1 hit there. That is a wound though. AP -1. He's good. All right, so now my dude bro over here is going to fire into them as well. He's going to be the only thing he can fire that's not blast is going to be the las cannon. So that's going to be a hit. That is a wound. AP -3. 6 will save. All right, so over here, my 2 guys with the plasma guns are going to fire into his bodies over there. I am going to supercharge, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of their orders, rerolling that 1 because of the order. That's going to be 2 hits, wounding on 2s. Oh, I'm going to spend my 1 CP to reroll that. Of course, I spent the CP to reroll 1 into a 1. That's why I've got a whole T-shirt for it. All right, so this is going to be looking for a 5-up save because he's in cover. No, dead guy. My Armored Sentinel is going to fire into the guy over there. That is a hit. That is not a wound. My Armored Sentinel here is going to fire into the Leviathan. That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -3. Makes it with a 5. All right, so now my dude bro here, he's going to fire his heavy bolter into him over there because he could just see through the door that I didn't realize he could see through this whole time. Yeah, you're right. Like a fool. So my opponent pointed it out, so thank you to him for declaring his own doom. Hey. And then he's going to fire he's going to fire the missiles into this squad of Chaos Space Marines. So we're going to go with the heavy bolter first, hitting on 4s. All right, so it's going to be 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1 +1 because he's in cover. Oh, and he's dead. And then the Death Strike missiles over here. I'm going to re-roll this because of my ability. Oh, 11 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay. And then wounding on 2s, strength 10, toughness 5 because they got buffed with their toughness. Okay, found a way to roll a lot of 1s, I should say. So that's going to be 4 wounds there, AP -2. Do you want to go with the guys in or out of cover?
I'll go out.
Out of cover here, so 5 ups. Making them both. Well done. I think that was...
Was it 2? No, it was 4.
Oh, it was 4. Making 3 out of the 4, though, so 1 guy did. All right, so into the fight phase, because I'm not making a charge here. This squad of Chaos Space Marines is going to go first. So The sergeant and the regular guy are going to go into this Leman Russ, and then one guy's going to go into my tank commander. So are we doing the regular guy first?
Regular guy.
So he's going to have 2 attacks because of the bonus from Fabius Bile. Hitting on 3s, so that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 5s because of them having +1 strength. So no wounds there. But then the sergeant, he's going to have 2 base, +1 for the chainsword, +1 because of Fabius Bile. Hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 6 is death to the false emperor. Into another hit, and then wounding on 5s because of Fabius Bile. 1 at AP -1, so 4 up save. Oh, he's good. And then the other guy into my tank commander. 1 hit. No wound. Tank commander is going to hit back. No hits there. And then the other guy's not going to hit. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here for Astra Militarum. We'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Creations of Bile here on turn 4. Movement phase for the Creations of Bile. These guys backed out of combat over here. Fabius Bile moved up to the front over here. These guys stayed still on the objective. He moved up over towards him, and the Chaos Lord moved on to the objective back over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, start with the shooting phase. The Leviathan here is going to use Veterans of the Long War, which he actually got back with his Helm of the Unseen Eye. And then he is going to put the Grav Flux Bombard into my Leman Russ over here, and he's going to put the Storm Cannon Array and the Volkite into my tank commander. So we're going to do the Grav first, 2d3 shots. That's going to be 5 shots.
Thankfully.
These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1 because of the Chaos Lord. Okay, these are all hits. Strength 8, so looking for 4s to wound. 3s to wound because of Veterans of the Long War. That is going to be 1 wound. That's all you're going to need if I can't fake this 6-up save. Which I can, so he's dead. Does he explode? Get back here. Get another die.
4-1 down there.
No, he don't. And now we're going to do the Volkite. That one's over there is cocked first. All right, rerolling because of the Chaos Lord. Okay, 1 miss. These are going to be strength 5, so 5s to wound.
+1 for vets.
Oh, 4s to wound because of vets. 6s do mortal wounds. Oh, buddy, that's how you do that with 6s. Holy cow. So it's going to be 4 mortal wounds and then 5 2-up saves because I gave him the tank case ability for that. So he's just going to take the 4 mortal wounds. And now the Storm Cannon Array. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so that's just the 2s there. And then these are going to be strength 7. So looking for 5s to wound.
+1 for vets.
4s to wound because of vets. I keep forgetting about that. So that's going to be 3 wounds. AP -1. So that's going to be 3-up saves. Failed 1 of them. This squad of Chaos Space Marines is going to fire everything into my tank commander over here.
Nobody's got rapid fire.
Nobody's actually in rapid fire range. So we've got 3, and if they're not in rapid fire range. The front guy is in range.
One in range.
So that's going to be 3 bolter shots. Okay, 1 hit. But it is a wound. 2-up save. He's good, and then we have the bolt pistol too, right?
That was with.
Oh, are they missing a guy? Oh, 1 guy died before. I forgot about that. That's right, with the missiles.
Yeah.
And the heavy bolter. That's going to be all hits because they didn't move. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP -1. Makes them both. All right, Fabius Bile is going to shoot his needler into him because why not? 3s to hit.
And 6s.
6s to wound. No, not even close.
Guys.
Fabius Bile here is going to charge into my tank commander.
Do you not have any CP?
So I do not have any CP, so he's going to need a 7-inch charge to go into him over there. Oh, not quite. All right, my opponent's going to spend his CP that he got back with the helm to try that charge. No, not in.
Jeez.
All right, so that's going to be the end of turn 4 here for the Creations of Bile, and that's where we're going to call it because I can't come back from that. So at the end of 4 turns, including 10 points for paint, the Astra Militarum have 45 points, and the Creations of Bile have 61 points. A brutal game. I mean, there's like very few of either of us left on the table over here. So brutal game. I wasn't able to get the scramblers because I, like a fool, decided to drop all of my scions into his back end over here, which wasn't enough. Didn't leave me anything to really do scramblers in the center of the board after he shot them to death during my shooting phase. And then over here, I just never had anything in my deployment zone to be able to do it. So that hurt me there with that secondary, but he just made sure he stayed on the objectives, shot what he needed to clear them off, and did a good job. So yeah, a brutal game, but a ton of fun. It was funny, we had those two big titans that just didn't, well, I mean, his did more than I did, but even then, it didn't do quite as much as you would have imagined that a giant brass scorpion would do. And my Knight Gallant killing only 7 noise marines really wasn't super effective. But again, a ton of fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek. As always, my opponent's been Jason. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.